Welcome students to class 8. Today we'll start with our second unit of English and the name of the chapter is Making Sense of the World. So in this unit we will be understanding about the senses we are having, or in this they have started with the sense of animals. So what is the meaning of making sense of the world? That means to understand something that is complicated or usual, okay, to decode something that. So we all know about the five senses of sight, hearing, smell, taste and touch that human beings have, but there is more fascinating world of senses in animals. Here is a list of some unusual faculties and the names of the creatures that have them. Work in pairs and see if you can match the two. So answers are already given. You just read and see whether answer is correct or not. First one is its ears are simply slits or holes covered by feathers. What is the answer? Owl. Then it can see from 20 feet what most people can see from 5 feet. Answer is hawk. Its entire body is covered with taste buds. So earthworm. It can detect human body odor, temperature and humidity. Mosquito. It has olfactory membrane up to 150 square centimeters. What is the answer? Dog. It senses the magnetic field and comes back to the exact stretch of beach where it was born to lay its eggs. What is the answer? Turtle. It can hear with its legs thanks to thin membranes located on the front legs that vibrates when sound waves hits them. So what is the answer? Butterfly. These are all the senses, means the qualities of animals. They are having different senses. As humans are having 5 senses, animals are also having some kind of senses. This is the introduction about them. So it has taste receptors on its feet and knows what kind of plant it is on. So what is the answer? Grasshoppers. These are the senses through which they can understand their nearby environment. So with this we'll start with section first. Student, I did that part of starter. The reason was that the next section, means section 1, the world of our fingertips, it is also about the senses, but human senses. So read what is written. Sight is said to be the most dominant sense among human beings. That means sight means seeing, watching something. If you are having eyes, then you can see, you can observe. So they are talking about our sight. Sight is said to be the most dominant sense among human beings, followed by hearing, and we generally have a good idea about the importance of these two senses. However, do we really think about our sense of touch and the skin that provides this perception? Read the following extract in which a scientist explains this to us in simple terms. So we will be understanding about the two senses, that is touch and skin. Both the senses of touch and skin. Let's read the text and try to understand the chapter. Imagine living in a world where you can't feel the difference between rough and smooth objects. Simple acts like running one's finger through sand on a beach or feeling a smooth satin scarf would become utterly meaningless and frustrating. Thankfully, most of us have normal functional hands whose power we take for granted in our everyday life. We are able to experience 1,000 different things by touching them. How does touching an object with one hand evoke these sensations which vary in myriad, subtle way? How do we feel the difference between polyester and corduroy? The answer lies in the skin that encases our body, especially the skin on our palms, which has exquisite power of detection and discrimination. So students, in this paragraph they wants to explain about the senses like touch and our skin. So they are saying, just imagine if you are not having that sense of touching and understanding like something which is rough, or you just touching the scent, you can understand that whether it is a sand near the beach. You understand what is the meaning of sand? That is we can find on the beaches. So if you are not having that sensation, that sensitivity, then how you will live your normal life? So it is very thankful that we are having these normal functions, and our hands are having the power of sensation. So they are saying that through this we can understand that what is the difference between any smooth thing or in any rough thing. Okay, the answer all lies in the skin. It can detect, it has the power of detection and discrimination. Here the word discrimination doesn't mean the difference between people. They are saying discriminating means they are not discriminating any person or thing. That means they are discrimination on the basis of particular thing, like something is smooth, something is rough. So that discrimination. For instance, one can tell if a mango is ripe or raw by holding it gently and applying pressure on it. We check the air pressure in our bicycle tires and decide whether we need to refill or not by just pressing them with our fingers. So by using our hand, if we are keeping a mango, then if we touch it, and we can say that whether it is raw or ripe. Okay, by just putting it in our hand, we can easily find whether the mango is ripe or raw. And the same way, if we want to check the air in our bicycle tire, then we can just press it with our fingers and understand whether the proper air is there, or we have to put more. That means we can do this all easily with our fingers. We can also figure out shapes without looking at them. One can distinguish an orange from a banana with one's eyes closed. The skin in our fingers act as a sensor that can differentiate smoothness, roughness, stiffness, softness, hardness, heat, cold, vibration, motion, and much more. That means what they want to say, that we can also understand, that means we can also figure out the shapes without looking at them. Like if someone put mango in your hand and banana in your another hand, then you can identify without seeing it that it is a mango and it is a banana. It is very easy for you. That is all because of the sensation your skin is having. And what is written? The skin on our fingers act as a sensor that can differentiate between smoothness, roughness, stickiness, softness, hardness, heat, cold, vibration, motion, and much more. Like if you are putting your mobile in your hand and it vibrates, then your skin can figure out that, and you will understand that your mobile is vibrating. So all this can be done with the help of your skin. It is very important sense of your body. It can also differentiate between patterns. For instance, we can tell most of the letters of the alphabet embossed in nameplates by feeling them with our fingers. That means embossed means they are bulged out. That means they are raised designs. For example, for blind people, they use a language that is, and some letters are drawn with different patterns. They are all embossed on a particular in which book they are learning. So through this they can understand, they can identify the words. So that means by touching also, if the words are embossed, you can identify the words without seeing them with the help of your finger. So see, read what is the next paragraph written. The visually impaired can read quite effectively with their fingertips. In the Braille method, each letter is represented by different pattern of embossed dots that visually impaired person can differentiate with their fingertips. So in the Braille method, what the blind people use this pattern of learning through embossed dots. The skin on our fingers is especially suitable for delicate tasks and is much more sensitive than the skin on our back or thigh. That means what are they saying? That the skin on our hand, that is on our fingers, that is more sensitive than on our back or thigh. For example, when touching the U-shaped end of a hairpin with a finger, one can differentiate the 2 points that are in contact with the skin as separate points. If the same hairpin touches one's back, the sensation becomes a broad, dull one. The reason of this difference is the number of touch receptors that we have embedded in our hand. The greater the population of touch receptors, the greater the sensitivity. In the human body, the fingertips and lips have the maximum number of receptors. So what they want to explain you in this paragraph, that the sensors, that the sensitive skin is more in our hands and lips rather than back or thigh. They have also given an example with the example of hairpin. That means if we are touching with our fingers, we can easily identify that it is an hairpin and we can point out the 2 ends of it. Some aspect of an object may not be apparent by just looking at them. For instance, whether a piece of rock is hard or soft can't be decided by just using one's eyes. Therefore, we often have to use our hands to explore things around us. That is why the fingertips have a greater number of receptors. So, sometimes what happens? We can't identify a thing just by looking at whether it is hard or soft. So, only through fingertips we can identify. So, what is the reason of that? Because the fingertips have a greater number of receptors. The reason we have more receptors on the lips and tongue is so that we can detect the consistency of food. So, why we are having more receptors on lips and tongues? So that we can detect the consistency of food. We have to recognize the qualities of the food we put into the mouth so that we don't damage our mouth or intestine by eating hard, indigestible food, or hurt our teeth and tongue by trying to chew a hard object. So we are also having large number of receptors in our lips and tongues. What is the reason? So that we can detect the consistency of food, and also we can recognize the quality of food we are putting in our mouth, and we can't hurt our teeth and tongue by trying to chew hard objects. Another feature of skin is its ability to sense temperature. Now what is another ability? That is the sense of temperature. We are naturally capable of discriminating between a range of temperatures. We perceive temperatures that are lower as cold and higher as hot. This ability to perceive different temperatures allows us to aware of the changing environment. That is important because extreme of temperature are not good for the working of our body and could lead to undesirable effects. There are different sensors for warm and chill in our skin, which indicates changes in temperature to the brain and help us experience the sensation. These receptors have more than one functions. So, what is another ability of our skin is, that is to sense temperature. That means we can discriminate between the range of temperatures. We have taken temperature lower as cold and higher as hot. So how we can sense it? Through this we can get awareness of our changing environment. So that is very important, because in extreme temperature we can't resist, we can't live in the very hot temperature or very cold temperature. So for this, another important sense we are having, that is of temperature. So some examples are given, let's read it. For example, the principal ingredient in chili is a chemical called, what is the name of the chemical? Capsaicin, which affects the same receptors that sends the message of hot to the brain. That is why we feel hot when eating chilies. So that's chemical. It gives a sensation to our tongue and it sends a message of hot to the brain. That is why we feel hot when eating chilies. In the same way, the receptor for cold is also affected by the chemical menthol, which explains why sucking on a throat lounge which has menthol as a major constituent gave us a cool feeling. So these are all the chemicals which gives us a sensation of whether hot and cold. So let's students, this chapter is completed. Let us know the name of the person who has given us such good knowledge about our senses. What is the name? Leslie Laser. So he is a neuroscientist. He turned graphic designer to use his own words. After studying zoology and chemistry in college, he went on to a PhD in the neurosciences. He enjoyed conducting experiments and writing. Making illustrations for a friend's science blog made him discover his potential in that field, and he sees himself as a graphic designer for science communication. Laser is now based on Gurugram. So he had given us a very good knowledge about this. Through this extract we get to know about more about our senses, that how we feel, how our fingers are useful. That means they are having the most receptors through which we can understand, we can identify different things, and our tongue and lips through which also we can get the sensation of hot and cold. So all this we get a knowledge. We already are having these senses, but we don't know about them in this much detail. So continue with our exercise part in next video.